Welcome, ladies and gents, to Minecraft. I'm Master Gladius. Let's play. Ooh, wow. Can you see that? The white stained glass is sort of glitching blue. I don't know, that's weird. Anyway, let's go to normal view. Okay, so last episode we did the portal, which I'm pretty happy with. Off camera, I've done some work. And if we go through, there we go. You'll see I now have a 4 portal setup, in the same way as in the overworld. And I have this portal here, which if we go through now, I should end up... Yeah, I've set up a portal in my house now. It doesn't exactly fit, but it just saves me a lot of hassle. So that's good. Nice bit of easy travel. Oh yeah, I got that with a skull off camera while I was working on getting some resources for a future build. I spent a lot of time at the Nether Fortress clearing off walkways so there was more spawning space for wither skeletons and collecting nether brick. And yeah, I got this wither skull. In fact, I got 2 wither skulls. Where is it? There we go. I put one in the chest of firsts already, and I've got one there now. In fact, I killed 2 wither skeletons in succession, and they both dropped wither skulls, which is amazing. It's never happened to me before. But, off camera, I dug this out, and I'm probably going to design the first bit of the nether hub, which will... I'll talk about that design later on, because, more importantly, I spent some time exploring the overworld, looking for something else. Because after last episode, I spent hours trying to get prismarine crystals for the sea lanterns, and it took me so long that I decided it would probably be quicker if I went searching. So I sailed out in the ocean to look for... Oh, there we go. Another one of these, which is a water temple. So you can see all this sand in my hotbar. You can see all this sand in my hotbar, and as you can see, I've started circling around this water temple with sand. Now the reason for this is I'm going to fill it all in with sand, and then empty all the sand out, and it should be pretty much free of water. I'll just mop up the rest of it with extra blocks, and I'm going to fill in this entire area. This area here is 62 that way and 62 blocks that way, so it's a 62 by 62 area. The reason it's not 64 by 64 is I'm going to build some glass panes all the way around to surround this area, just to separate it 100% from the water. And I'm going to fill all of this area in with sand, and once I've done that, I'll come back and we're going to make a mob farm for all of the guardians that will drop. I'm probably going to use the design that the zipkrowd team did for a guardian farm when it first came out, because it's pretty massive, that design, and it looks like quite a challenge, and I think it'll be really good fun to try and do it myself. So yeah, also the other reason I want to do it is because it's really efficient and it takes ages to get these prismarine shards. I haven't really investigated the water temple because unfortunately the entrance is sealed off, and I just decided to start filling it in as soon as I got a chance. Now I've done the maths, and the amount of sand I'm going to need to fill this in is roughly equal to 62 times 62, and it's about 30 blocks deep on average around here. So 62 times 62 times 30, plus if I have all of my inventory space, so 27 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 33. So I should come out at just under 62 trips. I think I worked it out at about 55 trips there and back to the desert to get all the sand I need to fill this in. So yeah, and then once I'm done with filling it in, I'll just dig underneath here, because I'm going to have to dig out anyway. Put a slab down under each point, dig a hole up and let the sand fall through, and then just pick up the leftovers. And the other advantage of this is I'll never have to go farming for sand again, because I will have all I'll ever need, I reckon. I mean, that might change in the future. But as you can see, there are all these guardians swimming in here. Oh, that's not good. Let's swim to a corner, and I'll try and get out of here. Oh, my game sounds are off. That should be right. There we go. There we go, lovely. Ah, don't hit me. So yeah, as you can see, out here there are no guardians spawning, there's just squid. No. But there are only guardians in here. So it means I've got the area right, which is perfect. I'm now going to fill in all the rest of this. And in fact, this might take me a day to do also, because it's taking so long. Just filling in this area here took me about 2 hours or 3 hours. So I'm going to have to do this all off camera. It'll take me a long time. But when it's done, I'll come back and it'll all be filled in, and that'll be great. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are in the desert, and I've come here just to show you the amount of sand that I've had to dig up to actually fill in this hole. It has taken me forever to do this. So, as you can see, there's that line there going around there. That's sort of the border of where I was digging from, and I've gone all the way from that corner back, including all of this area, and over there, to here, just collecting sand. And it's taken me a long time. So, firstly, it's not a word. Firstly, I'd like to apologise that this video is probably going to be a day late. In fact, it almost definitely is a day late at this stage, because I massively underestimated the amount of time it would take me to get the sand needed to fill in that hole. I recorded the intro to this video 3 days ago. That's how long it's taken me to get this sand. So, yeah, it's a big build. I kind of underestimated how big it was. But I've finally filled it in, and the next steps are a lot faster, and should only take me a couple of hours in comparison to a couple of days. And in that time that I've been filling this in, some massive things have happened for this channel. I'm really happy because I've managed to get my first 10 subscribers. I didn't imagine getting 10 so quickly. It's only been a week really for me. And in fact they all came in one day. And for the same video actually. It was for the last video I put out on the portal design. So I'm glad you guys like that. I thought it would be worth putting that up because I haven't seen many people put up a full explanation video for it that's that clear. So yeah, I'm glad you liked it. And it's got more views than I imagined it would get at first. But yeah, it's taken me a long time, and I'm going to carry on putting out videos like that, because that seems to be what people like. And we are at... here it is. So, this is all the sand. I've also built a perimeter around it, which is important to stop water flowing back in. As you can see, this is how deep it is, and that's why it's taken me so long. And if we go down here, slowly, you'll see I've also dug out under here. Now the reason for that is I need to empty out this sand now, and the way I'm going to do that is very simple. I'm just going to do this. Simple. So I'm going to do these ones on camera now, just for now. But it's definitely faster for me to clear this up than it was to build it. And just to put it into perspective, I think I went through 4 diamond shovels doing this with unbreaking 3 efficiency 4. So, well, I think I'm on my 4th shovel now. I've used 3 up and repaired them. So yeah, a lot of work. Oh, what happened there? Sorry guys. Sorry about that guys, I had an update spring up which cut my recording for some reason. I don't know why that happened, but anyway, I'll carry on where I was. So yeah, I've used up loads of diamond shovels. which, well, not loads, 4, but not a big deal, because I've got lots of diamonds. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that I'm probably going to start a new series, which should be fun. I'm going to start playing Pokemon, probably, on the channel. I can't break that. There you go. Nice. And, yeah, I'm probably going to play Pokemon and play it with Nuzlocke rules on. So, Nuzlocke rules are basically a set of rules which have been made up by other people to massively increase the difficulty of the game, because I often find, I've been playing Pokemon for a long time now, so I often find that Pokemon can be quite an easy game, and I'm probably going to be playing a hacked version of the game because they're more interesting to Nuzlocke in my opinion, because the difficulty is up a bit more as well, which is nice. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, one of the reasons I want to do Pokemon is because, firstly, it's not as grindy as this series is going to be, because I can play Pokemon for maybe a couple of hours and then stop at that, and it's set recording times and there's a storyline to it, so it's a lot easier for me, and it's probably going to be some interesting content. And also, if I do have to do any grindy stuff like leveling up Pokemon, I can do it off camera a lot easier than I can do this, as I can do probably leveling up a Pokemon in half an hour as opposed to 3 days building something like this. So yeah, this will probably run side by side. I'll probably try and put out videos for that series fairly regularly. Let's put that there. Dig that out. And yeah, I'm probably going to Nuzlocke Blaze Black. Don't know why, but that one seems to be the one I'm looking at most favourably at the moment. But yeah, that's basically all the updates for now. I'll be back when I've cleared all of this sand out, and we'll carry on with the next bit. Alright guys, so I have cleared out all of this sand, as you can see by the glass perimeter. It's a pretty big area. It's bigger than it looks when you've got the sand in it. And this is the water temple. Forgot the word there. Water temple that I've completely cleared out of the water. So, yep, completely empty. Took me a very long time to do this. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It looks really cool to have it in this sort of... Oh, I'm floating. In this sort of holding cell, which I think looks really cool anyway. And I'm going to tear all of this down, which is a bit of a shame really, because it looks really cool on its own, but the Guardian drops are more important to me. So I'm going to tear all of this down, and then I'm going to come back with the next bit of this build. And also I'll probably take my screenshot for this as my thumbnail. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, I'll be back in a bit, guys. Just a quick add-on, guys. Something I didn't actually get a chance to show on my last explore of Water Temple was these sponge rooms where they spawn with literally sponges floating, oh well, stuck to the roof of the room you go in. And yeah, they're not in every Water Temple you come across, but they're in most of them from what I found. Although I've only found about 4 in legit survival, so I don't exactly know. But yeah, this will be really useful in the future. But thought I'd just show you that before I carry on, and you can see I've already cleared off quite a lot of it. But yeah, I'll carry on. Alright guys, so this whole area is now all cleared out of water and the Water Temple, so it's all done, which is perfect. Which means I can finally get on to the next 2 bits of the build, which are the spawning chambers, which are going to be up here at this water level, and the collector section at the bottom here, which is going to be using hopper minecarts and powered rails. So yep, I will do that as well, and I'll be back again in a bit when that is all done. Okay guys, so as you can see from the mobs dropping from the ceiling here, I've finished the spawning chambers. In fact, I had some issues with... Oh, whoa, what's happened there? Wow, that's weird. Yeah, fairly consistent mob spawns here. They're not... It's not as efficient as it could be, because there are still some dark spots around the world, but I've spent hours torch gridding up this area, going into caves and filling it in. Oh, have the mob drops stopped? Yeah, see, this is the problem that happens. Every so often, the mob stops spawning because of dark areas in the areas surrounding, and there we go. It starts up again when they despawn, but yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. I'll do that off camera as well, like I've already done, but I'll tell you what, I'll stop recording here and then start recording again when I'm back up top, because it will take me a while to get up there. And I'll show you the spawning cells. Alright guys, so we're up top. So as you can see from the spawning cells, they're very straightforward. It's literally just a 2 by 62, I think? 62 maybe? Probably, yeah, 62. 2 by 62 area, with water only in the top layer here, and then 3 blocks below it empty, and then these signs to stop water falling any further. Now, this is good because this creates a downward current, so the mobs spawn in the water, and the downward current pushes them down and out, and they fall to their death, like you can see that one and that one there. So yeah, it's really quite efficient. Like, this was literally about 30 seconds after I started it and picked these up. Also, whilst I was doing all my mining, I found abandoned mine shafts and loads of stuff. So yeah, really good. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit with the next bit of the build. Alright guys, so as you can see, after a lot of torching, the spawn rates are much higher. Yep, there we go. Occasionally it stops, but then it just picks up again, and it's, yeah, really, really good. I did have a bit of an issue, which I didn't consider, where my FPS just got lower and lower. I couldn't for the life of me work out why, until I realised all the time I'd been torching up these places and killing out mobs, these guys have been dropping, and dropping all their loot, and the amount of entities that were currently in the world when I came back here almost crashed my FPS down to 3. So, a word of advice, torch up before you do this bit, because it almost killed my computer. Another quick thing to mention, which I made a mistake on, which made this build take twice as long, just for this, just the spawning cells. Make sure you build the source block at the level of the ocean, or lower. And I'm not sure exactly why, but for some reason, Guardians don't spawn above the water level. Or they wouldn't for me anyway. It might be different for other people, but I just couldn't get them to spawn at all. So I tore it all down, moved it down lower, because I thought that might be the problem, and they suddenly started spawning. Also, as you can see here, these have fence gates while the rest are signs. Well, I also thought when I looked back at a previous design that fence gates were used, and I thought maybe that was the problem. It wasn't that, but I also compared the two, and there's no real difference. I'd recommend signs if I'm honest, because the fence gates are slightly more expensive in wood, if we're going to be truly cheap, but yeah, otherwise, not bad. The next thing I'm going to do is fill all of this up with, what they're called, powered rails and hopper minecarts. Before that, I'm going to have to smelt all the iron I've got from caving whilst lighting this place up. And yeah, I might even show you the chests, because I've had to build a separate storage room for all the stuff I've got from this build. But yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so we are back in the dome, and I thought I would just go down here, not to show you the portal mechanics, but actually to go this way. This is where I'm keeping all the stuff I got from this build. They are all filled. Sand, gravel. Oh, that one's got cobble in it. It's got cobble. That's got sand. It's got cobble, 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 sand, 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 a lot of sand. It is ridiculous. This is all the blocks from that are left over from the what's it called? The water temple. So yeah, and this is ridiculous. This is all of the resources I got. I got some more coal. I think I got some. I left some somewhere else, but yeah, just caving. So I'm probably not going to have to go caving for a long time, because all of this will keep me going for quite a while. But yeah, that's nuts. These didn't actually get used in the end. I thought I might need them, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm going to take this gold. I'm trying to think how much I'll need. I'll take it all, because I probably need it all. And the redstone. What kind of drop that? I don't need that. And I'll grab that. Ooh, and I'll put that in there. And I'll grab some iron as well. I'll smelt this all up, build the rails, build the hopper mine carts, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I have basically finished. I'm just going to tear down this portal, which should take me a second. Have I got room in my inventory? I think I do. Glitch block? No I don't, but I don't need that. Grab that. I'll quickly... You'll see why I need to move this portal in a second. Because in all honesty, I don't actually need to come up here anymore. As now that the build is finished, I am now collecting drops, and they're not coming up here, they're actually staying down there because it's a lot easier. It means I'll also have to move the positioning of the portal in the nether to make it link up properly. I don't know where I'll come out, but I should come out pretty close. In fact, I'll probably just come through the same portal, because I've only moved about 32 blocks. But if we go through, I don't know, could I survive this? I've got feather falling 4, actually, and that should be normal water source blocks, so let's just fix that. Okay, can I survive? Yes, just. Okay, so as you can see, I have done all the hopper mine carts on powered rails, which are picking up all the mob drops. I will just go in here and hit this switch. Just a second, because my frame rate is slightly low. I don't know if it's that noticeable, but yeah. Just grabbing the portal to put it here. That shouldn't be there. Let's just pop that there. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay, that there, that there, that there, and that there. And do I have a flint and steel? No. Okay. Well, I'll just put that in there for now. Okay, so I'll grab that. Right, so as you can see, the Guardians are falling fairly regularly from up top. Really, really quick drops, guys. This is so OP. But, yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I need to cut through here. So basically, as you saw, I have a lever there on top of a lamp, which is connected to a long redstone wire, which is boosted every so often. Oh, I've got no game sounds. One sec. No, that's why. That'll be right. So, if I go up here first, there is a lot of redstone. So I'll explain what everything is doing, because bit lag. I don't think, although the zipkrowd put this up as a build design, I thought I'd just show you. They didn't exactly show you the mechanics of how they did certain things. So just to save on lag, or save on resources from the computer, I've set it up so that I can actually toggle whether the hopper mine carts can move on or off, which is done really simply by this line here, this line of redstone, which comes off from that redstone lamp all the way along the back, runs to here, and it powers all of these repeaters, which in turn power these redstone torches, turning them off. When they're off, this torch comes on, powers this block here, and turns on this torch, this repeater, which powers through to here and powers this block. Next to this block is a powered rail, which gets turned on, and since the hopper minecart is touching a block and it's on powered rails, it immediately launches off and goes out that direction and picks up all the stuff on the track on the way there. Now, the other thing that this design has, which I've put in, I'm not sure if the zipkrowd guys used it as well, but I'm pretty sure they did, is I've used an item hopper to extract from here at the same time as having a system where if I just break this block here, there you go, you'll see there's a comparator there. So what happens is the hopper minecarts pick the stuff up and it gets picked up and dropped into this hopper. Now the hopper here then extracts stuff and drops it down into this chest, which acts as a sort of buffer. And now it's really important you use a chest here instead of another hopper, because if you use another hopper, it drags items out of this this hopper above it. Well, I'm saying hopper a lot, but yeah. If you put a hopper there, it will drag the items out of this hopper too fast for it to register on this comparator. If it doesn't register on this comparator, it won't power this block, turning off this torch, and the hopper minecart will just keep launching off and it won't ever turn off this powered rail. So yeah, that's what this little setup here does. It's really straightforward. So it's just a hopper minecart on a powered rail on top of a hopper with a comparator feeding into a block, redstone torch, block, redstone repeater, block. Really straightforward. And then underneath you'll see, like I said, the chest buffer, which the items literally just pass through into this item hopper, which feeds into this dropper. Now the reason this dropper is here is if I go up, I think that's right, yeah. If I go up here, you'll see that this redstone line actually branches off two ways. One way was along here to power this, and the other way is down here to power these. Now this is a really useful design, which is two comparators with a power at the back feeding directly into each other, with the front one set to subtraction mode and the wire running back round. And what happens is this ticks at a speed which is fast enough for you to rapidly eject stuff from the droppers, and as you'll see, the line from these little setups runs into these repeaters, which are set to no ticks and repeatedly cause the droppers to fire all along this chain. Now this is a lot of redstone, guys, so it is a massive build if you want to do this. This was another attempt I had which was more compact and less redstone intensive, but for some reason the basic principle was that every time an item flowed into this hopper, this dropper even, it would turn off this torch, which is done now, and stop powering this. And under here was, on this block on the other side, was a redstone torch which would power this and stop this hopper from drawing, and this hopper and depositing stuff in here and drawing stuff out of the chest, and cause this dropper to fire and then turn off. Now it did work, and I think it works on its own, but for some reason, and I don't know why, in long series it doesn't. So off camera I'm going to be collecting all of this redstone back again, and it took me a long time to get all that extra redstone and quartz for the comparators. But yeah, he spawns somewhere which he shouldn't have. Just put that there. It's probably, well, this could be done with some torching up as well. I didn't bother to fully finish it because I wanted to show you this before it took too much time. So yeah, as you can see, the droppers are then firing into a downwards area, which is down here, which is just a stream of water on ice blocks, constantly dropping a level. And if I can follow it down a bit further, it comes to down here. Now, as you can see down here, on the ice, the items run really quickly, hit this wall, and then what happens is they run along this and past this little gap here. This is an item elevator, which is really nice because it doesn't require any redstone, it doesn't cause any lag to your computer, multiplayer friendly, it's really good. It runs along here, and as you can see, there's a little horseshoe shape back there with a solid block underneath that wooden fence post, which is really basically the only other block you need apart from glass. Once you've put that in, one ice block underneath this first fence post, and then glass all the way around, up to the height you want to go to, and if I just dig out, you'll see that the items then run straight up this glass pillar to a water stream up there which flows onto ice. Now if I just... how can I get up? There we go. Now I've got a load of ladders. Oh, I'm stuck. I don't want to use these blocks because otherwise I won't have a way of getting up, so I'll use one. Yeah. If I just get my ladders. Okay, so you see this water stream running along ice, and the items move really quickly on ice, that's why I put it there, to these ender chests, which basically line up the items along the edge here. Now, this is a really useful trick, because what you can then do is place these stone walls here, which aren't really important, but up to here they are. So you'll see there's this gap of the hopper, where the items can run over and get picked up by these items. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. Where did I get that from? Just drop that there for now. Let's sort this out. Put that there. Okay, so that's all done. Right, so as you'll see along here, there are lines of hoppers all running into this sort of filtering system, which I will show in my next video, because it'll be a lot easier to show it than here, because it wasn't as accessible here as it will be in the next video. I'm going to be using this sort of filter design again, but it won't be handling as many items as this. In fact, this one is set up where it actually collects items. That should actually be that for some reason. Don't know why that's happened. There we go. Collecting sets of items, because there is so much that the filter system can't actually keep up with the amount of items flowing past it at one time. So yeah, that just shows how overpowered this is. So if I just... is there a way through for me, or am I going to have to dig into the wall? I'll just dig into the wall. Good thing I put that block there, because I know that's one of my redstone blocks. There we go. So yeah, and then of course I've got this area here, which is just the farming area where you can see they're dropping from, and if I pull that lever now, you should see the hopper mine carts just go flying past. Now if I go out here, you'll see the items just disappear. The falling entities, when they die, don't actually affect the hopper mine carts, but standing in front of them will. Ooh. So yeah, if we stop here, you see how they've all stopped because they've caught on here. So yeah, and they've all... this is firing right now to shoot all the stuff out, and if we watch here, look at all that, look at that. All these items just flying up. It's ridiculous how good this is, but yeah. Also, I'm collecting int sacks at the moment because occasionally squids spawn in there, because I haven't actually captured a load of them and named them, because I don't have enough name tags. When I do my villager project, then I will, but as you can see, my frame rate is... oh, I took a screenshot there. My frame rate is... where is it? 23, 22, yeah. So normally I get about 60 when it isn't running, just because it's such a wide area. And normally when I'm in my normal base, I get about 120 FPS. So yeah, it's kind of machine intensive. If you haven't got a great spec computer, it might not be possible for you to run this. I mean, at the moment I'm currently running this on my laptop, but my laptop's more powerful than most, so yeah. And I've got a pretty damn good graphics card as well in this, so yeah. But yeah, just as a bit of a warning about this build, it is massive, and also there's slimes there. I don't know why that's happening. I thought I'd sorted that out, but I'll do that later. Yeah, so one big thing about this build, it is a lot of work. if you're really interested in doing it, you can do it, but I can honestly say I didn't enjoy the vast majority of this build. It was very resource hungry, very labour intensive, and literally, guys, getting the sand from that desert drove me nuts. I got so bored of doing that. I really enjoyed doing all the redstone-y bits down here, but that's my favourite bit of Minecraft, so I was going to enjoy that. I love playing around with minecarts and things like this. The spawn rates are phenomenal, but there are simpler designs, and I'd say if you're doing it in multiplayer, 6 of you could do it in a few hours maybe. In legit survival, me in single player on survival, took me days to do this, and it's not fun on your own. You need to, unless you have someone to talk to. I literally watched an entire series of House doing this build because I was just so bored getting sand and getting resources. The amount of gold I needed for this, I used up all of the gold and all of the iron I got from that. In fact, I had another double chest full of gold and iron, which I didn't show on camera, which I've emptied out as well, just to build all of the hoppers, all of the hopper minecarts, all of the powered rails. Oh, it's just a lot. So, yeah, if you're willing to put in the time and effort, it's really worth it. And I'm now never going to have to worry about farming any of these blocks ever again, because I'll have an infinite supply now. And to be honest, the spawn rates could be higher. I could torch up a lot more of this, but to be honest, like, I'm getting so much. You can see the items flowing up here at such a speed that it's more than enough. And I'm probably actually going to throw in a system for just dumping the stuff I don't need anymore, because to be honest, like, once I've filled up, look at that. This is literally just from when I've been recording. I had 1 stack in. That's now full up. This is accruing fish, but look, half full already. It's just ridiculous, and that's, yeah. I think at one point the system got so flooded, the cobblestone I was using as a buffer system just flooded through as well. So, yeah, it's a nuts build. It's really cool, but I don't know if I would recommend it to single players. Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard someone review a design for a spawning system before, but yeah, I think, you know, I'm going to title this video probably OP Guardian Farm. Is it worth it? Because it's really a big question to ask. I know that Doc M talked about doing it in his world tour. It's a lot of work. If he does do it, that'll be amazing, because I'm sure he'll have so many tweaks to it to make it better, but yeah, this is a lot of work. 10 out of 10 for amazingness, 10 out of 10 for efficiency, 10 out of 10 for drops. It is absolutely fantastic, but it's a massive time sink. So, yeah. Also, I don't know, yeah, for some reason I'm Steve, I don't know why. Yeah, weird, but yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for watching anyway, guys. And cheers for the 10 subscriptions. It's really, really great. I'm so glad some people have subscribed. And I really hope you enjoy this episode. Put a lot of work into it. In fact, I'll probably call this my 10 subscriber special episode as well. My first milestone. But yeah, this is really cool. And I'm so glad I did it. But I never want to do it again. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Bye. Okay, guys, just a little add-on, just to show you that my FPS has actually increased. So it's at 40 at the moment here. It is a bit higher, but I'm running DX Story at the moment, so my frames are going to be lower than they usually are. Also, I've got a lot of flowing water. But yeah, last couple of little add-ons before I actually finish the episode properly. First of all, massive thanks to you guys. It's really great. I'm so grateful. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And also, thanks to zipkrowd and all those guys, because this design is phenomenal, and although I didn't enjoy building it necessarily because of the amount of time I had to put in, and I could have built 3 smaller projects in the same amount of time and given you 3 more episodes, you still got to thank them, because those guys do a phenomenal job for this game. They produce so many amazing things, and yeah, Just think it's worth thanking them for the work they do. Probably don't get thanked enough. Otherwise, this is Steve, signing off. Thanks for watching, peace out, bye! No, it's Master Gladius really, but peace out, bye!
If you enjoyed your flight,